Hello travelers, I'm in Berlin still, and I'm at the Potsdamer Platz. It is a plaza here in Berlin. We're not too far from the Brandenburg Gate. We're also not far from, there is a memorial for the Jews that died in World War II at the hands of the Nazis. So that is not far away either. But right now there is something going on here. There's actually a big festival going on. And it's right here in the plaza. You can see it from here. Oh. There's some food here. There was some people behind me talking. I'm not sure what they were saying, something in German. Maybe they were telling me not to film them. I don't know. But they sounded like they were singing. So there's some street food here. We're gonna check that out. Oh, check this out. Wow, what do we have here? We have some fire going. They're getting ready to cook something. Street food here. Pasta boot. So some pasta it looks like. And there is a crowd here. There's a gang of guys that are kind of raucous. Seem to be having fun. Berlin here. Some music. Like a DJ. Here's the sightseeing tour over here. And there's some candy here. Some type of candy. There you go. This almost looks like gingerbread. They actually have langos too. Hungarian langos. That is quite good, but I want to get some sausage. Some real German sausage. That's what I'm here for. I saw them cooking it up over here. So let's get some. We'll try it out. Someone's making, I think that's churros behind me. Hello? They have bratwurst, Fritchi Krauker, and a chili Krauker. So I'm not sure exactly what it is, some kind of sausage. Can I get a Krauker?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just gonna show the food here. Look at that guy's cooking German food.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel about travel.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Aber die Fragen wegen.
Some mustard. So this is real German food, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Is this your place?
Ich arbeite hier, yes.
Okay.
Then 60, please.
Very nice. Okay. Can I pay with a card?
Cash only.
Oh, cash only. Uh-oh.
It's a Easter Fest.
Okay. Okay, only cash, guys. I found enough coins. Here we go. I had the card. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That is a big sausage. German sausage. Look at this. It's bigger than my face. Now we got to find a spot to eat it. But how about that? Germans know how to party. Germans know how to party. Kind of surprised, actually. Although some people were saying something behind me, 9 something, so I don't know if they don't want me to film or they were just joking about something. Okay, let's get over here. And you can see there's a station here, Bahnhof Potsdamer Platz. And also here, there's some kind of station. I think it's a train station or a metro station. I think it might be a train station actually. Let's give it a try. Look at this. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think it's on par with Polish sausage. And they're both very good. And I think this is a Frankfurter. And it's like a foot long one. Not bad for €6. So mustard all over my face, but I'm still enjoying it. Berlin is a funny city. Some places only cash, like there, and some places only card. I went to buy coffee and pastries and only card, no cash. So kind of a strange city. Different depending on where you go. So I think we're gonna head over to the Brandenburg Gate and let's see this memorial, the Jewish memorial. I think you have to see that if you come to Berlin. So here we have some actual pieces of the Berlin Wall. They've saved them to remember. Look at this. Some pictures of people fleeing around that time. There it is, the Berlin Wall, fragments of it. That is insanely interesting. How about that? That is history there. Wow, I remember all hearing that news about Ronald Reagan when he said to Gorbachev, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. I mean, it's been played a million times in the United States, and I'm glad that they did tear down that wall eventually. That bicycle lane is wider than the pedestrian lane. They have a wide berth, the cyclists here. So we're very close to the memorial for the Jews that died or were murdered, actually were massacred in World War II. We're gonna see that, and then we're gonna see the Brandenburg Gate. That's the kind of city Berlin is. You've got a DJ right there in the street. They're ready for a party anywhere. That's the kind of music they play here. House music, DJ style, type of raves, parties. So yeah, so just all kind of different music like that. So we had some crazy happenings at the stoplight. There was a guy turning, some guy in a bicycle was yelling. That's a bad corner. And you can see that taxi cab driver, they pulled him over because some pedestrians went walking even though it was on a red, and he came flying around the curb, and he came flying around the turn. He almost hit the pedestrians. So you can see him there. So I was at the corner, I was with this French guy, and I just said, hey, just take it easy. And I was like, where are you from? He said, I'm from France. So yeah, just sometimes you got to take it easy. You got to watch in this tourist area. So here we are now. We're in a solemn place. This is a remembrance for all of the Jews that died, that were massacred in World War II. And here it is. It's this huge memorial, and you have all these blocks, huge stone blocks, and they're all different shapes and sizes to remind you of the different people that died, the tall, the short, the small, the children. It's just so awful. It's so awful what happened. And a lot of it happened in Poland, or most of it happened in Poland. But the Poles had nothing to do with it. It was the Nazis. It was the Nazi party. They took over Germany and took over the minds of people. This is why we have to remember history. We can never forget history, because if we forget, we are doomed to repeat it. And I've gone online recently, and I see some support for Hitler and for things like that, and I'm just like, you got to come to Berlin and see this, and you got to come to Poland, which I'm going to do later this year, and go to a concentration camp and see where the people died, because there are some people that actually deny the Holocaust. And here we have proof of the Holocaust. Look at this. Look how far it goes. So Germany is doing the right thing, even though they have a bad history. They are putting this here so it cannot be moved, it cannot be forgotten, and they're not going to repeat their history, and I applaud them for that. It's super vast. Look at this, and you can almost get lost in these corridors. Let's go down one. So in some ways it kind of reminds me of a cornfield, but it's a cornfield made out of stone, because you have the high corn stalks you can't see out. You can only see down the rows. It's a really interesting concept, I'll say that. And I'm sure that some Jewish people come here, and it's very emotional for them to remember, because there are some Jewish people in America, I've heard the stories, where their whole family was murdered, and they were the sole survivors. So as I walk through this memorial, let us make a pledge together to never forget, never forget. what happened in the Holocaust. And like I said, this year we're gonna tie this together, this memorial, because I'm gonna go to a concentration camp, a Nazi concentration camp in Poland. And this is when the German Nazis controlled Poland at the time during World War II. And they secretly built these camps, and a lot of the German people didn't know this was going on. I think, in fact, most of them, or they would have been shocked, obviously. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment of silence to remember the victims of the Holocaust. Okay, let's continue to the Brandenburg Gate. Here's just another angle before I leave of the memorial. You can see again how vast it is. So here we walk into the historic part of Berlin, and I believe that this is the Brandenburg Gate. So this was once used, or it was actually one of the things they used to keep you from passing from east to west Germany at the time, because the Eastern Germans were prohibited from going to the west. Of course, Germany was once split. So it's quite an interesting tale. It's almost like Eastern Germans were kind of stuck behind because they didn't have access to the west, and the Eastern Germans were under communist rule. And it was one city, but it was split. And here you go. And this was one of the things that split it, was the Brandenburg Gate. So at one time you could not walk through this Brandenburg Gate. There would have been guards here and with machine guns, and if you had attempted to cross through what I just did through the gate, you would have been shot dead unless you had proper papers. Okay, so starting to warm up now. I was able to take off my sweatshirt, my long sleeve shirt. So it's finally warming up here, which is good. It was kind of cold yesterday. What do we have here? We have some kind of thing here. I believe I saw something like this in Malaga one time. They're usually showing something about like the animals, animal activists. Could be something else, but that's normally what it was. You can see a lot of people gather here near the Brandenburg Gate. In fact, this is where a lot of tour groups start. So probably many people are waiting for their tour group. Walking tours are pretty prominent here in Berlin. Once again, the Brandenburg Gate. Look at these guys. So that looks like a modern tuk-tuk where the guy can drive instead of walk, like they do in India. Somebody vlogging with the cell camera. It's like a big band style bus, takes you around Berlin. So here we have the Reichstag Building, which is the modern day parliament. This is the parliament building. And there's a unique thing about this building. You can't really see it from here. I'm sure we'll see it from a distance. We've got the German flags there, flying the EU flag. So on the top of the Reichstag building is a glass dome, and it's there for a reason, because a lot of things were done leading up to World War II in secrecy, and a lot of the Germans didn't know about it, and that's why you had these Nazis rise to power and do all these atrocities, which we saw earlier. So here they have this glass roof on the dome, and anyone is allowed to go up there and watch what is going on in Parliament and listen in. And they made that a law in Germany because they never want to repeat, like I said, what happened in World War II. something else interesting here too, if I can find it. There is a remnant of the wall. It goes through this street actually. I think it's here maybe. There's actually an old remnant of the Berlin Wall. I think it might be here, I'm not sure. It's over there. But the Berlin Wall used to go right through these streets here, where these streets are now. And of course they were connected to the Brandenburg Gate. But it's no longer here, obviously, which is a good thing. So yeah, this is probably the most touristic area in Berlin. Let's see if we can see the dome up here. Here we have some giant German flags. This is actually the most patriotic I've seen yet, outside of the Reichstag, the German parliament. Makes sense. Like I said, you don't see a lot of German flags in Berlin, or at least I didn't see them. Not like you do in Spain or Poland. Let me clarify that. You don't see the flags of their nation, such as German and Poland. It looks like some people are going through here. There's a checkpoint possibly. So there's the dome up there, if we can see it. I'm gonna get further away so we can see the dome. And there's a park here to my left. There you go, up there, the dome, if you can see it. It's completely glass, you can see through it. And it's also a beautiful building, look at it. And this building to the left of the Reichstag is a government office. It's a modern government office. And you have this field here where some people are just hanging out, taking a rest. There you go. Somebody has some dogs. So maybe some locals here. Some tour buses on the other side. You can see some of the city in the distance there. And while I'm here, I want to give a shout out to one of my newest members, Kevin Haney. Hey Kevin, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. You are officially a travel addict as well, a member of the channel, so I appreciate that. Sorry it's taken a little bit, my friend, but I really appreciate you, and you're a travel addict at heart. I know that. So from here we're gonna head over. It looks like we got that waterway again, the Spree I think it's called. Let's go this way and see what we can find over here. So I came across something here, and there's these tents here, and there's this board that says hunger strike, and these supposedly these people have not eaten for like 20 or 30 days. And I just saw like a news crew show up, or some kind of documentary crew. So I'm not really sure what this is. I don't speak German. Looks like they're ready to do some kind of video. And there's an info point here. I was going to try to ask somebody what is going on. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, well, we want him to just to say, to publicly say that
you want, really I have a YouTube channel. Would you like to say something in the video?
Yeah, I get you some.
Okay, so I talked to some people here from Berlin, and they gave me the information. So there's a man here that is on a hunger strike, and he is trying to convince a Chancellor Schultz, I believe it is, and he is on a hunger strike. I think there's another person, and what it is it is about climate change, and they're saying that this man is a denier, this man in the parliament, so they want to change his mind, and they want changes because the climate change is affecting everyone and is affecting Germany as well. And that is what's going on here. And there's a man over there in the chair, and he is on the hunger strike. So there it is, and there is a documentary crew that is filming it right now. So this will probably be in a documentary somewhere, or possibly on the German news. So you saw it first here on Travel Addict Guide channel. So we're in this park here. It's So everything is kind of close. It's kind of far, but it's kind of close also. In Berlin, it looks like we have some other people in the tents here, maybe in support of this man. So I talked with one woman there, a younger woman, and she was trying to tell me about the climate change of things, and I just mentioned to her that we have some people in America that don't believe in this, and she kind of said, yeah, but they should and they need to. And so so yeah, so just, you know, I think people should have their own opinion, and I'm just telling you what's going on. I know there are people that deny it, and there are people that steadfastly believe in climate change. I do think that there is some things going on, but who knows, honestly. I mean, the science does say it, but then I see scientists coming and saying, okay, it's not happening, and this is just a cycle, you will, in millions of years of Earth. So here we are back to this river or waterway. This is nice. I like this here. This is really nice. And we have the river boats, and we have people here enjoying it. And we have a bridge. We're kind of on a bridge here that takes you across, I guess. And we can go this way. Look at this building over here. It's kind of like a cube. It's kind of a nice architecture there. I think I'm gonna go this way. I kind of think this might be heading back to where I need to go. It's starting to cool down a bit. So let's see what we can find next. We already found an interesting hunger strike here in Berlin. Let's see what happens next. You never know what you're gonna find when you are traveling. So some music down there, some people dancing. So that is the place to be right there. The riverfront here. Yeah, you can see behind me there are people, Arabic people here. This woman was in the hijab. In fact, she was pretty much covered. So there is a Muslim sector here in Berlin. I talked about that before, actually. Look at this area. Look at these buildings here. Look at that building across the way. I like it. That is really cool. The green colors, the different hues. And yeah, we came from there, the Brandenburg tour, the Reichstag. And this way is the, I guess, a metro. There's the party over there. There's the Reichstag from here. You can see the dome clearly. I gotta give it to Berlin though. They have great architecture here. And some great modern buildings like this one. Some kind of time here going. Something to do with the bank, I believe, I'm not sure. And here we have the trains crossing here on that bridge behind me. An ambulance just went by me. Here's what a parking meter looks like in Germany, if you're interested. Some monument here. Rudolf Virchow, Always the man fighting the lion. That's a popular type of statue or sculpture. I found a Spanish restaurant, volver, which means to return, come back. There you go. Spanish restaurant in Berlin. I wonder if it's a tapas bar. This is the flag of Berlin. On the right, we've got the German flag and the EU flag. I don't know what that flag is. It must be the Berlin flag. Someone told me that they're having the Euro tournament here. Here it is, UEFA Euro 2024 in Berlin. And they were telling me it is going to be packed, which I can imagine. And back to another part of the river. So I think that about does it for this video. A little bit haphazard at the end, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. We'll see you in the next video. Take care everyone. Danke schön.